What's going on, everybody? Today we have an absolutely incredible tactic here for you on the channel. Today I decided, you know what, with a bunch of the managerial changes that are going on throughout the world of football right now, I wanted to do kind of not necessarily a recreation of someone's tactic, but take their philosophy and mesh it with mine. So I decided to choose one of my favorite managers ever, Mr. Jose Mourinho, and we are creating a 4-2-3-1 today that blends Jose Mourinho's philosophies with mine at Fenerbahce. Just a fair warning, this might be my most potent attacking tactic so far this year within FM24. So, if you end up wanting to give this tactic a go, there will be a link to my Discord down below in the description. That's where you're going to be able to download the tactic from within the download section of the Discord. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So, as many of you know, Jose Mourinho's next club is Fenerbahce. It's also one of my favorite clubs, and they have a boatload of players that I really like. So I kind of know how to get the most out of this team, but this tactic is absolutely broken in the attack. Absolutely broken. Result-wise, when it came to the league, we ended up winning the league on 103 points, 20 points clear of Trabzonspor, on a 114 goal differential because we scored 145 goals within the league, which that is not easy to do whatsoever. That's absolutely insane. Not only did we have the most goals within the league with 145, we also had the fewest conceded. Yes, it was over 30, but I mean, our defense isn't like Liverpool, Man City level, so definitely could improve a little bit there, most likely. But goal-wise, just absolutely absurd. When it came to the other competitions, as we were in the Conference League, as well as the Turkish Cup and Super Cup, we won the Turkish Cup and the Super Cup, securing a domestic treble. Unfortunately, got knocked out in the semifinal of the Conference League by Lille, which they ended up losing to Aston Villa within the final. The Europa Conference League was the one thing that I kept on being unable to win within testing, because the Conference League is actually pretty darn hard to win. But there were some times that we got to the final. Unfortunately, like I said, it kept on eluding us. However, one thing that did not elude us was our ability to have amazing total team play within this tactic, especially when it came to the numbers and what we were able to produce across all competitions. We had 6 double-digit goal scorers. Edin Dzeko with 33, Sebastian Szymanski, my dude, with 29, Cengiz Ünder with 27, Dusan Tadic with 21, Michy Batshuayi with 19, and Ryan Kent with 18. Those numbers were all from the players that played a majority of the games in the front four. They did absolutely insane. And then this number absolutely blew me away when I saw it. We had 9 players, 9, with double-digit assists. That is absolutely nuts. 22 assists from Dusan Tadic to go with his 21 goals, 18 assists from Freddie Kaggioglu, 17 from Ryan Kent, Szymanski, Ünder, and Osai Samuel all had 16. Then Oosterwolde and Mulder both with 14, and Fred had 10. So basically, needless to say, this tactic is absolutely overpowered. Now real quick, before we get into some highlights, I want to break it down over on Tactical Board. So like I said, it is a 4-2-3-1. It combines Mourinho's philosophies as well as mine. I tried to kind of model it off of how potent his tactic was, the 4-2-3-1 that he utilized with Inter Milan, the Milito era, when they ended up winning the Champions League. Except I think this time, being that I meshed it with my philosophy, I made it even more potent than it was for Mourinho in the Inter Milan side. So it's got an advanced forward up top, 2 inside forwards on the wings, an attacking midfielder at the number 10, deep line playmaker with a ball-winning midfielder, 2 wingbacks, 2 ball-playing defenders, and a sweeper keeper. On the face of things, this is a fairly basic type of 4-2-3-1 when you're looking at the roles. Now there is one unique thing about this tactic, and that is what I have done with the inside forwards and the wingbacks. The left inside forward is on attack, the right inside forward is on support. The left wingback is on support, and the right wingback is on attack. So basically, the inside forward on support is going to be sagging off a little bit, while that wingback on attack gets further forward. The inside forward is going to be going more forward. That wingback is going to be the one sagging off. Creates like a zigzag across the front line a little bit. Then you also have that attacking midfielder that allow him to kind of do whatever he wants. Then you have the deep lying playmaker as well as the ball winning midfielder come up. Same with those ball playing defenders as well. It is very, very aggressive in attack, and it shows because of how many goals we scored with 145 in the league alone. And then when we are in defense, it defends as a very simple 4-4-1-1 a majority of the time because inside forwards end up dropping, as does the attacking midfielder and the advanced forward, although sometimes it will go to a 4-4-2 at times, but the advanced forward a majority of the time is going to be the one sitting forward ready for that counter attack. The attacking midfielder is going to be the main outlet for your side as well. But now that we've gone over that, I want to go over some highlights that show how insane this tactic is. So for those of you new to the channel, what I end up doing when it comes to the highlights, we do 2 matches within the 2D match highlights, so you kind of get an overhead view of how the tactic looks and performs. And then that final one is the 3D match engine, where you get to just see it outright dominate and how insane all these tactics are. Which, speaking of insane tactics, we're going to be going over the first match, which is a 5-1 win by Fenerbahce over Konyaspor within league play. They were absolutely fantastic. Now, if there is one thing that those highlights right there prove, is that this attack, like I've said, absolutely broken, very overpowered. And if you're looking for a tactic that has an incredible attack, so you're going to bang in loads of goals, this is definitely the one for you. The next match we're going to be taking a look at is a 4-1 win by Fenerbahce over Stade Rennais within the Conference League quarterfinal, which within this match, a 38-year-old Edin Dzeko absolutely takes over. And once again, within those highlights, truly shows the potential that this tactic has and how good it really is. But both of those highlights don't quite show it how this next highlight is. This is the 3D match engine highlight as well, so you'll really get to see how it performs within the game. Now, both of the previous ones, one we scored 5, the other we scored 4. This game we scored more than that combined. We end up beating Gaziantep 10-0 within league play within this match. It's absolutely ridiculous. So sit back and enjoy. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention about that match is that we were up 7-0 at halftime. That is absolutely nuts. But from those match highlights, as you could clearly tell, this tactic has that special gravy about it. It is very, very good in attack, very good overall. And being that we had 6 double-digit goal scorers, which they all kind of rotated within that front four between those wingers, the striker, and the number 10, if you have a side that has multiple attacking options and you're struggling to fit them within it, this is probably the perfect tactic for you, because you can slot them right on in and they're going to be doing their job that you need them to do. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous how good and potent the attack is. But now that we've gone over all that, we're going to go ahead and get into the FM side of things and go over what we have on the player and tactic instructions. So the file name that you guys are going to be looking for within the download section of the Discord is Gormy's 4231 Special 1. We've got an advanced forward on attack up top. The left winger is an inside forward on attack. The right winger is an inside forward on support. The number 10 is an attacking midfielder on attack. We then have a deep line playmaker on support, ball winning midfielder on support, a wing back on support on the left side, wing back on attack on the right side, 2 ball playing defenders, and a sweeper keeper on defense. On the advanced forward, nothing is added. The left winger, which is that inside forward on attack, has crosses aimed at center and shoot more often. The inside forward on support on the right only has crosses aimed at center. The attacking midfielder on attack has crosses aimed at center, shoot more often, roam from position, and move into channels. The deep line playmaker on support and defense midfield has tackle harder. The ball win midfielder on support and defense midfield is left as is. The wingback on support has cross more often and crosses aimed at center. The wingback on attack also has cross more often and crosses aimed at center. Both ball playing defenders on defend were left as is. And with the sweeper keeper on defend, there were no changes made to them as well. When it comes to the mentality of this tactic, you can go balanced, positive, or attacking. However, if you want the goal output that you saw in today's video, positive or even attacking is most definitely going to help you get that. If you go attacking, you're probably going to score even more goals, but you're going to be a little bit leakier in defense. Positive definitely has that perfect balance of balanced and attacking. Now, when we are in possession of the ball, our attacking width is fairly narrow. We overlap on the left and the right and play out from the defense. Those overlaps on the left and right are looking for the overlaps from the wingbacks as well as the inside forwards. In the final third, we use low crosses and work the ball into the box. We have slightly shorter passing directness and slightly higher tempo. When in transition, we counter press and counter, and we distribute quickly. And once out of possession, we have a high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, and more often trigger press. Now, when it comes to the levelability needed to play this sort of football with this aggressive of a 4-2-3-1 attacking wise, you're definitely going to be able to use it with anyone. You just need to have the right players and the right roles. And like I mentioned earlier, if you have a group of about 6 to 7 forwards that you kind of need to all give a fair bit of playing time to, this tactic's going to be perfect for you because it's going to allow for easy rotation and you know that they're all going to be producing. Now, when it comes to tactical tweaks or tweaks to the roles, there's only one change that I would suggest making. It is for those of you that think you're conceding too many goals, which for some of you, you might think conceding too many goals is more than 10. So one thing that I would suggest doing is taking the wingback on attack down to wingback on support. It'll just make it a little bit more safer. But do please be patient with a tactic like this. It's going to take a little bit of time for your team to get used to it, especially if you're plugging it in mid-season. So definitely give it some time to kind of get to work and all the players getting used to it, because once your team finally is, you're going to absolutely dominate everyone. All right, so there we have it for today's tactic. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did and you want to give this tactic a go, once again, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description. That's where you're going to be able to download the tactic from within the download section of the Discord. But if you have enjoyed today's video, please feel free. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. Right now on screen will be popping up one of my most recent tactics, which is a 4-1-3-2 that I did with FC Porto. It's absolutely amazing, and you should definitely give it a go. But until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.